This past May, I celebrated my 33rd birthday. Now, to fans of J.R.R. Tolkien, that age should have some significance, for a 33rd birthday is when a hobbit comes of age. Never one to miss out on a nerdy literary reference, I decided to turn my birthday celebration into a day of Hobbit-themed ridiculousness. I'm very fortunate to have a husband and friends who indulge in my whimsical ideas. The day began, as all Hobbits' days should, with breakfast. Followed by second breakfast. Followed by elevensies. Yes, on this day we set out to have all of the Hobbit meals. But I suppose I should rewind a bit. I'm getting ahead of myself. A Hobbit's breakfast should begin at 7 a.m. However, some of us are vampires the rest of the week, so instead we gathered at our house at 9ish and enjoyed a small breakfast of scrambled eggs, toast, hash browns, veggie sausages, and baked beans. Yes, baked beans for breakfast are a thing in the UK. It took me a long time to come around to the idea, but I rather enjoy them now. Since we began late, we immediately followed that with second breakfast. Now, in the prologue to The Lord of the Rings, hobbits are said to only have 6 meals a day, not explicitly named in the books, but generally regarded as breakfast, elevensies, luncheon, afternoon tea, dinner, and supper. However, in The Hobbit, Bilbo Baggins eats a second breakfast, which would be a 7th meal. Not to mention the Fellowship of the Ring film has made second breakfast perhaps the most well-known Hobbit meal of the lot.
What about breakfast?
We've already had it.
We've had one, yes. What about second breakfast?
So for second breakfast, we've got pancakes to order. Either plain, blueberry, or dark chocolate chip, served with fresh fruit and syrup. Second breakfast.
Excellent. Amazing. Thank you very much. Yes. Well, yes, it was good.
Was good.
It's disappeared. Evaporated.
Delicious.
We finished just in time for a proper elevensies. Yes, we ate a lot that morning, but it was a good preparation for what was to come.
These ones are the better ones. These ones. Right,
11sies, by the way, is a real British tradition, consisting of a drink, often tea or coffee, and a snack. Our friend Anne baked us some fresh scones, which we had with some lovely clotted cream and jam, as well as a selection of Hobbit-themed biscuits.
So these are Hobbit themed. We've got some hairy feet, some that represent the firework, and some forest inspired.
Excellent! Hello, Marty. Would you like some 11sies?
I want some too. Can I be a hobbit?
Once our tea was finished, it was time to head off for a little adventure. The next thing on my list for the day was a nice walk up the hill and through our local woods, enjoying a bit of peace in nature. So we left our house and headed down the road, past the other houses, and onto the public footpath leading us into the neighbouring fields and up the hill. Come on everyone, we're going on an adventure!
Yes.
If any of you have ever heard of the famous annual cheese rolling competition here in England, now featured on Netflix in the show We Are the Champions, this is where it happens. Cooper's Hill in the village of Brockworth. And yes, it is incredibly steep. I did go down it once just to say that I have, but it was definitely a bum shuffle down.
Officially.
Where's my cheese?
These two ambitious gentlemen, however, decided they wanted to climb it.
Ready?
Right, off you go.
Are you regretting your life choices yet?
The rest of us took the more sensible path, as any good, non-Baggins hobbit would.
Concerning hobbits. Hobbits are an unobtrusive but very ancient people. They love peace and quiet and good-tilled earth. A well-ordered and well-farmed countryside was their favourite haunt. They were a merry folk. They dressed in bright colours, being notably fond of yellow and green. But they seldom wore shoes, since their feet had tough, leathery soles. Their faces were as a rule good-natured rather than beautiful. Broad, bright-eyed, red-cheeked, with mouths apt to laughter, and to eating heartily. Being fond of simple jests at all times, and of 6 meals a day when they could get them. They were hospitable and delighted in parties, and in presents which they gave away freely and eagerly accepted.
Thank you to my best friend Rachel back in the States who sent me this lovely Hobbit-themed parcel. This candle is incredible, by the way, and the tea towels are just perfect. Anyway, back to our walk. Once we reached the top of Cooper's Hill, it was time to venture forth into one of my favorite little bits of woodland. Being a squirrel, of course, I do love being amongst the trees. This here's one of my favorite spots. No, I didn't do this entire walk barefoot, but I did want to throw off my shoes for a few minutes. It was, after all, on the list.
I wish I brought mine up.
After some more adventuring through the woods, we found ourselves in the village of Cranham, where we stopped for a pint.
It comes in pints?
Or in my case, a half pint of cider.
Cheers, everyone.
It was then time to head back in the direction of home, and our next Hobbit meal.
Wait for me.
The scent of wild garlic carpeting the ground was exquisite. We often like to forage some wild garlic for fresh pesto or garlic bread. Before we went home, there was one particular spot in the woods I wanted to visit.
I think we should get off the road. Get off the road!
Cheers.
Yeah.
It shows on the app.
That's a thing. Yeah, this is
Yeah,
an
you
app.
just take a photo of the leaf and it tells you what the plant
It's
is.
an app called Candide.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that.
I want
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
It's cool. Now, for those of you who have very kindly complimented the music on my channel, I'd like to introduce you to its composer. This is Daniel Hines. He does all the music for my channel. Check out his music on Spotify and YouTube and anywhere else.
Pretty much everywhere else.
Oh, that's
all the
just
streaming-
Daniel
all the streaming
Hines.
services, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep, check it out.
shall not pass.
Hello. Through the buttercups.
Alas, our lovely walk had come to an end, and it was time for luncheon. Actually, we were meant to have lunch at the pub, but we were all still full from all the morning meals. So we lazily heated up some pizzas as a lunch box-ticking snack and combined it with our afternoon tea sandwiches. I really don't know how hobbits manage this many meals, to be honest. After a bit of relaxation, we then headed off to dinner. Somewhere where you can drink your fancy ales, you can drink 'em by the flagon.
Happy birthday, Jess. Thank you.
One of my favorite things in this pub are the hidden carved mice everywhere. From the bar to the tables and chairs, even the gate outside. After that, we went back to our hobbit hole to finish out the evening.
And for our final hobbit meal, supper is potatoes! Boil and mash and stick 'em in the stew. Boil and mash and stick 'em in the stew.
I couldn't resist ending the hobbit menu with a plethora of potatoes. Sweet, mashed, boiled, and fried.
Well, folks, we've made it to the end of the day. For the final meal.
With properly full tummies, it was on to the hobbity festivities. With the dogs safely tucked away, we enjoyed a classic round of darts.
What did you get?
67.
Look at that.
Yes!
Double. That's not the highest score you can get.
No, I know.
But still.
It's still a nice thing.
It's still nice, yes.
And to end the evening, I had to have some sort of fireworks. To avoid frightening or injuring any nearby animals, including our own, I opted for some cake sparklers and fountains.
Yes!
My Hobbit birthday is complete.
And what a lovely day it was. Before I wrap up this video, I just wanted to wish The Hobbit a very happy anniversary. The day this video is being uploaded is its 86th anniversary of publication, September 21st, 1937.